Because
Oh,
there you go. Yeah,
there you go, everyone. All right.
it's all learning.
It is. Well, we're going to go straight into the presentation. So let me share screen. So here we are. I'd like to welcome you all tonight to the Vitify Life Converted presentation. Whoops. Okay, our vision. We are a beacon of hope in uncertain physical and financial times. And it certainly is quite challenging out there today. And you will hear as we go through the presentation how we can help people on a physical and a financial level, which is extremely exciting. But again, my name's Jennifer, and personally, I've been in direct sales for about 30 plus years, and I just love being where there's a product that actually can help people financially and physically. And a lot of us have been on lots of journeys through our life, and it's great that we've found this one. Well, I believe I'm very excited that I've found this opportunity. So first of all, we're going to cover a disclaimer because of the information we're sharing tonight. So I'd just like to say that I'm not a qualified physician. This presentation is not intended to provide medical advice. It is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not take the place of medical advice or treatment by a physician. You should not use the information contained herein for diagnosing a health problem or a disease. If you think you may have a medical condition, please consult your doctor or qualified healthcare physician. Now, because we are recording this, if you wouldn't mind taking off your cameras, because you'll be able to share all this later, and it may just be a little bit easier to share with the without our faces for this part. Now, what if you found a way to solve two of the biggest challenges of today? And we're going to, first of all, talk about inflammation. And inflammation is something hopefully we can all relate to. It's a word that we don't always fully understand what it means, but it is an epidemic, and the opportunity that we have our hands on here to help people is absolutely priceless. So how do we know if we have inflammation? I just want to look at the picture on the right-hand side for the moment. I can really relate to all these joints in our body. And if we just think for a moment of our own body or our own issues that we might be struggling with, I definitely felt it in my back, in my knees, in my ankle, in my shoulders, and not so much in my hands, but I'm talking about chronic inflammation in the way of discomfort. We don't really want to use the names of the diseases, but you'll see on this slide in particular, the red zone in the middle, inflammation. Now, we can all resonate with the names of the diseases, but quite a lot of people don't fully understand that the root cause of these diseases is inflammation. As I make my way around and share these golden drops with people, I had a lady ask me the other day, how do you know if you have inflammation? So I just feel quite honored that I'm in this place that I can share this information with people, because education is key today. And it's key when you have your hands on something that really does impact people's lives. And so as you work your way around this slide, just have a look at all the names on this slide, because my goodness, if we didn't help the body deal with the inflammation now, this is the seriousness that we can end up with these serious diseases as we go through life. And so always our bodies are in a state of inflammation and degeneration, or healing and regeneration at any one given time. And so inflammation is the root cause of many health conditions. And as you can see on the slide here, And I'm coming up to 12 months on the Golden Drops, and I've learned so much over the 12 months. And I really didn't associate, even restless legs, I didn't associate that with inflammation. Like, just there's so much on that screen. Even having a headache, I thought it was a headache. I wouldn't have associated that with inflammation. But the body is struggling 24 hours a day to deal with all of this. And it's coming from our lifestyle, it's coming from our diet, it's just all around us today. So, you know, we do the best to combine whatever we need to support the body with a good diet as well. But tonight we're going to talk about this amazing, beautiful, natural herb that's called turmeric, and the active ingredient of turmeric is curcumin. Now, this is the chemical compound that makes up the turmeric plant, and it's been well documented to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-cancer properties. And so you go back 4,500 years, it was originated in India, and it was well known for cooking and therapeutic application. It was the founding plant in the first medical system in the world, the Ayurvedic medicine. And as I said, there's been over 23,000 research studies on the powerful effect of curcumin, and it's one of the most studied plants in the world. I really love this website. And again, I had no idea this existed. So for those of you seeing this and hearing this for the first time, if you make a note of this, because it's really good when you do start doing your own research, because it just opens up another world and you realize the power of what we have our hands on. So this is an American scientific National Library of Medicine, and it's called pubmed.gov. And on this website, there is a search bar, and you can pop in any disease and put the word curcumin beside it. So this is a copy of one of the pages, and I'm just going to read this out to you. So curcumin has been confirmed to exhibit very poor bioavailability. Now, the page before said how wonderful it was because it's got all these beautiful anti-inflammatory properties, but in its natural state, the studies show it was very poor, that the body couldn't take it up, the bioavailability, with many studies showing very low or even undetectable concentrations in the blood and in the intestinal tissue. The major reason for this is it's due to its poor absorption, rapid metabolism, and chemical instability, and rapid systemic immolation, well, meaning it just leaves the body quickly. It doesn't stay there very long. And so all these products that we can buy on the shelf, as much as people knew how good it is, really there was only a very small, it was only detected for a couple of hours in the body. And so how do we increase the bioavailability of the curcumin, and how do we tap into its potential? And again, this is what we're bringing you tonight. And this is the BioMS breakthrough technology. And this is why we're so excited. This is why we're here taking the drops every day and sharing them, because the results are just amazing. And so we've been able to overcome the lipid absorption. So the oily substance of the curcumin wasn't allowed to mix with our water in our body. And so that's why it just wasn't able to get into the cells and into the bloodstream to do its work. There was only a very small part that could do that up until this technology. And so we'll explain a little bit more about the technology in the coming slides. I love this slide. And when you fully understand what's going on here, this is really the secret, is what it's been able to do. So when we eat our food normally, the nutrients that our body takes from the food that we're eating, it actually has a natural process to break it down into a tiny, tiny structure. So the BioMS has been able to emulate what the body does naturally. And so we've been able to overcome the absorption. So have a look at the difference. So this is all scientific research studies. And so it's 277 times more effective. And it's documented that it stays in the bloodstream for 24 hours. And so when you take these golden drops, because of the nano size, it is going straight into the bloodstream and to the cells. So it needs to get to the cells to be able to, for the body to then work on all the inflammation wherever it is in your system. So that was a huge breakthrough. And so it basically is cutting edge technology to be able to, it's really disrupting the wellness industry, because there's nothing that comes close to this. So to be able to allow any oil-based nutrients to overcome the soluble in water and get delivered into the cells is amazing. And so the native turmeric, you've got to have about 8 kilos of the powdered form, and a lot of people grow their own and they make their own little potions thinking they're doing the right thing, which is great, but it's not doing very much in the body at all. And so it's pretty special to have our hands on this technology. And so this is what it looks like. So the BioMS is a multi-patented German technology. And so the red part in the center, that's the nano size of the curcumin. And so it's down to 30 nanometers, where one strand of hair is 50,000. So it's tiny, tiny, tiny. And so the blue part around the outside is the micelle. And that's where they've been able to emulate what our body does naturally. And so when we take this in, the body recognizes it and it goes straight through into the bloodstream, into the cells. And it's very quick because it's already the right size. And that's pretty special. And that's just an amazing technology. And this is all from a Germany university, where they did all the research to get to this point. And so this slide here just shows you then the 24-hour period. And so you can take it all in the morning, your dose, you could take it in the evening, but most of us like to have a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the evening. But the blue line right on the bottom bar, you can see that anything currently, and if people are taking turmeric, it's really good to acknowledge that, because they're aware of the properties and they're aware of the research. But it's great to say that's fantastic that you're taking turmeric, but let me tell you that this BioMS curcumin have been able to overcome the absorption issue with the current natural product in powder form or in other forms, and take it to another level where it's been able to stay in the system long enough and go about and impact our lives and get on top of all this inflammation. So what are the products? What do they look like? What are the choices? So we have Nanophi and Curcumin Plus, and they come in these drop form in these bottles. Whoops. And on the right of the screen, we have a Symbiofi. And so the Symbiofi is a pre and pro biotic, and there's heaps and heaps of herbs. And working in conjunction with the drops, it's a perfect match, because if we can get on top of our gut and have our gut working 100%, then the drops are going to have more of an impact. And so with the 2 lots of drops, one's called Nanophi, that's got vitamin D with the curcumin, and the other one is called Curcumin Plus. It's got C and ginger with the D and the curcumin. So a little bit of the ginger in there to help with any upset tummies that you might experience. So it's just a choice. They both do the same. Now, what are these amazing side effects? And I think we love side effects, and normally they're often when you get medication, they're not good side effects, but these ones are really good side effects. And so the very first one, it's a potent antioxidant. So its antioxidant properties make this ingredient one of the most powerful all natural anti-carcinogens in the world. So that's a pretty powerful statement. It also helps for the healthy inflammatory response. It helps with your intestinal function, improves cognitive function, and exactly the cell regenerator. And I notice that with my skin. And so different things people will experience. So the four main issues that we like to cover when we share this product with people is we're going to have much better sleep. We're going to have faster recovery from whether it's exercise or from operations or healing. We're going to have that mental, that sharper focus, and lots more energy, and best of all, the relief from discomfort, which can be very serious chronic discomfort, which is not much fun at all. Now we have amazing side effects with Symbiofi as well. And I take 4 of these little capsules a day. So in one box, it is a 10-day course, but because it is such a beautiful product, once you've gone through your 10 days, you can open it up and just have 2 capsules a day or 1 a day, or just whatever you feel. I'm sure your body will respond to it. You'll be able to tell the difference when it's working really well. So that's the Symbiofi, and you can see it's a body detox. It helps the nutrients get absorbed much better. It exhibits antidepressant properties, and it also contributes to the cognitive health. Now, once we've been on the drops, and as soon as we join this community, we have a group called Disruptive Wellness. And this is a great place to send people, because it's nothing nicer than to check out what other people are experiencing. And so you can see some photographs here, especially when you notice a lot of people when you're out and about, swollen ankles are a big issue, carrying extra fluid. I know my left ankle was so swollen, if I pressed my finger, it would stay, this big dent would stay because there was so much fluid in there. And now it's just a normal looking ankle. I haven't had any puffy ankle since I've been on the drops. And so we see a lot of photos of ankles because it is something that people do struggle with. And also open wounds. You can use this product by just dabbing it on an open wound, and it will certainly help and increase that healing process. Also shingles and skin issues, it really helps get on top of that. And so people have tried so many things over the years, whether it's medications or whether it's natural. And when this comes along and you understand how it really gets into that cellular level, it makes a huge difference. And you really start taking a little bit more interest in what's going on, because I have tried a lot of products over the years, and I can honestly say I never stopped to see a dramatic difference like I have done with this product. And it's all natural and organic, which is great. And of course, we don't want to leave the animals out, because the animals suffer. And today there's lots of serious things animals get issues with as well, and especially their skin. And this poor little dog up the top here, I was reading this not long back, and seizures. And so since this little terrier has been on the drops, haven't been having seizures. So that's amazing that we can help our furry friends. And the vet bills are pretty high, and if we can stay on top and keep them out of harm's way of getting these illnesses, that's pretty awesome. I know my little dog had drops every day, and it helped with the mobility because she was so old. Now, how do we take our golden drops? Look, because it gets right into the cells, in the bloodstream and into the cells, I prefer to take it directly under my tongue. But when you're first starting off, you will try to see what suits you. Some people even put them in veggie caps, but I found warm water, and even if you start stirring the water as you drop them in, it just gets like a little whirlpool and it dissolves instantly, and you just drink that down. So you don't have the issue of it sitting on the bottom where sometimes you've got to add a little bit more and a little bit more. So if you do just stir the water and create a little bit of a whirlpool and then drop the drops in, and they've all dissolved instantly. And yeah, I find that really, really easy to take that way. If you want to put it in a herbal tea, try to keep away from like a milky coffee, because then it's going to go through the digestion system. If that's your preferred way of taking the drops, then that's fine. It will still find its way into the cells, but taking it more directly, it'll be a lot faster. And you've got the children can have 1 drop up to their age, and the pets, again, 1 drop per kilos up to 10 drops. Now, I'm going to stop the share for a minute, and we're going to come back, and you can put your cameras on, and I'm going to ask Emma and then Lucia to share a compliant testimony. And that would be lovely. Thank you, Emma.
Thanks, Jen. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our presentation this evening. It's lovely to have you here. I was introduced to the Golden Drops about 6 months ago by Jen, and I saw her making some posts on Facebook talking about how she had been able to go walking on the beach. And and how her ankle was tolerating walking on the sand and stuff. And I had this moment of a little bit of envy, because I have a bad ankle as well, and I would love to be able to go walking on the beach. So I messaged Jen and I said, what is it that you're doing that's allowing you to be able to walk on the beach again? Because for those of you, I'm sure there are lots of other people who have sort of sore joints and things, and walking on uneven surfaces can be a real challenge. And that was the experience that I had. So a couple of days later, the Golden Drops arrived in the post, and both my husband and I started on them immediately, and we were taking 10 drops a day. And within the first week, we both started to notice, because my husband's got a reconstructed leg after being hit by a truck many years ago, so he's put together with plates and pins. I've got an ankle that's been reconstructed in 5 different areas, so we're both a bit wonky. And we found that within a week, we were both waking up in the morning, not having to sort of warm our legs up to be able to get out of bed. I would be sometimes experiencing a real challenge with my mobility that would need me to actually use a walking stick to get up in the morning. So to be able to bounce out of bed, feeling so energized, feeling like I was really being restored when I was sleeping, having that rejuvenation, and yeah, just waking up filled with energy, not experiencing any discomfort, and then being able to go and do a 12-hour day at work, and come home and feel incredible. I just thought, wow, what is this stuff? And so I wanted to talk to more people about it, and that's exactly what I did. And I joined up with the company to become a distributor as well, because the difference that it made in both my and my husband's lives almost instantaneously was just phenomenal. And as the months have progressed, things have just continued to get better and better. So it's, yeah, when they talk about changing lives 10 drops at a time, it's absolutely the experience that we've had. So we're very grateful to Jen for sharing her experience, because if she hadn't have been talking about what it was doing for her, then we wouldn't be in the same position where now we can go walking all the time. I'll throw in one thing really quickly. When I first found out that Jen was taking the drops, we were on a holiday, and every second day we'd go out for an adventure, and then we'd have a rest day. And I sat there thinking, this can't be the future of my traveling life. I don't want to be having rest days because my ankle's so sore. And fast forward 10 weeks later, taking the drops, we were on another holiday. We were very, very lucky to have that opportunity. And instead of having to have a rest day every second day, we were smashing out 15 to 20,000 steps, walking all throughout Singapore, visiting everything upstairs, downstairs, through the botanical gardens, all over the place. So to go within a 10-week period of really feeling a bit sad about the fact that I needed to schedule in some quiet time so that my ankle could recover, to going to a holiday where we were absolutely smashing it out every day, was just, yeah, I couldn't have asked for more. So thank you to Jen for sharing those drops, because, yeah, they really have had a huge impact in our lives.
Thank you, Emma. That's wonderful. Lucia, would you like to share?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I would, Jen. And Jennifer was another lady that actually shared the product with me as well. And unbeknownst to her, I had actually been quietly, I guess you could say, suffering from a lot of extensive pain from being in and out of hospital. And I have an underlying condition, and it's been with me for quite some time, and it's mainly gut health. And anyway, when Jen contacted me, I had kind of gone, yes, yeah, I've kind of heard of turmeric, but not really, you know, and I'm kind of in this space where I just wasn't open to things. And anyway, Jen persevered, and she persevered a little bit more. And then I said, yes, okay, I'll give it a try. And look, I can honestly say I have not looked back since I tried it. It has given me back my precious life. I was getting to the point where I was thinking of really giving everything that I do up. My body was starting to swell up and get very uncomfortable constantly, consistently. The first thing I noticed was the swelling in my stomach. That was one of the first things. And with the illness that I have, that was one of the things that I walked around like I was 9 months pregnant all the time. So for me to have that happen, it was a huge milestone. And I can say now that I've been on these drops for 6 months. My skin is amazing. My concentration, like I coach people now all day long. Today's been one of those days. I've been going since 9 a.m. this morning. I'm 66 years old, so I'm not young anymore. And, you know, just the stamina that I actually do have is incredible. And one other note too that I want to say is I have a daughter with support needs and a husband with PTSD. So amongst all of that, you know, the big pot of everything that's happening in my world, I have to juggle that too. So sometimes it was getting, I was getting very, very depressed and anxious, and I don't suffer with that anymore. Like I don't get that real anxiety that I used to get in the gut, in the pit of my gut. So a lot of my symptoms presented there. So I'm forever grateful to Jen and you know, these amazing golden drops, because they have really literally turned my life around. So thank you. That's me.
Thank you
It's
to
different
both.
every time, but anyway.
But yeah, when I think back, and as I said earlier, it's coming up to 12 months since Roberta picked up the phone and shared the drops with me, and that day that I made that video on the beach. That was a really big thing, because Roberta was sharing all these videos and she was telling me what to do and how to do it and where to put the camera and walk and do it this, you know, like delay. And then that's the one that Emma saw, and it was such a big, couldn't believe it when I did it. And I let Roberta know that I posted this thing, and, you know, it just really touches my heart that went out to Emma, and now here we are. You know, like sometimes you've got to get so brave, and I've learnt to do so much and share this on Facebook, because you just don't know who else is watching and lives that can be changed. So we're going to continue in the second part, but once we stop the recording, please stay on, because we love to chat at the end after we finish the presentation. So I'll go back to share screen, and if you'd like to take your cameras off again, that would be lovely. Okay, now we talked about making a difference in the world with two of the big major issues that we're faced today. So the first one was inflammation, and now we're going to tackle inflation. And so when you see the vision and you see what Vidify has to offer and you see the impact and you hear the testimonies, you can't help but think, wow, I want to jump on this train and I want to go on this ride, because we are in pre-launch. And what that means is we are at the right place at the right time. And so in July this year, we are launching Australia. New Zealand has kind of a little bit ahead of us. They've got a warehouse already, but we are ready for heart-centered health advocates and leaders, people who want to create another income with true impact. So not only helping people physically, but this is the financial benefit coming. So your big opportunity might be right where you are now. And that's a quote from Napoleon Hill. Our mission. So these are our founders, and this is Shane and Laura Brady. Now, Shane comes with 20 plus years of corporate direct sales experience in the supplement industry. And I'll just read their quote here on the slide. Our sincere desire is to help you make decisions based on love and hope, leaving behind any doubts and fears. Each decision in life should be based on our family, ourselves, and others. At Vidify, we leave behind fear. We leave fear behind and build a legacy for those around us. And so in the supplement industry, he had this desire to do this research and find a way that he could solve this absorption issue. And that's where finding the university and the government poured a whole lot of money, and that's where they found this BioMS, and together Vidify was born with this technology. And so they'll be able to bring other products to market that are going to be able to overcome the absorption that is the issue with a lot of things. So a great business solves problems, and an epic business solves more than one problem at once. And so when you decide to come on board after you've been on the product, a lot of people join as a wholesale customer. So you can be a customer, or you can see the big vision and choose to share, like most of us on the call tonight. And so you have the opportunity to have your own back office, and comes with that the opportunity to make money on your products that you on sell. So there's a 50% income there in the rewards plan that we have on offer. And I'm just going to go through some of the kits now quickly. So in Australia, we have 3 different kits. So they have names, and we call this a kit 250. It has a US cost of $349. And so you're getting 5 Curcumin Plus and 4 Nanophy. And then you've got the 500 kit, and that's 11 and 11. This one is very popular, and I'll explain a little bit later why this one is one to really focus on. And then our lovely big 250 executive kit. And when you really see the picture and you don't want to run out of stock, then this is the best value of all. And then we have a couple of different ones for New Zealand. And we have a few others for Canada and the USA. I'm just showing you the kit 1000. And then we'll just quickly touch on the benefits of being an entrepreneur. And I can honestly say, with the other previous companies I've been involved with, I mean, there's a lot of great companies out there, but some of the rewards went just over my head. Like, I really never got it. I now, after 12 months, and didn't take 12 months, but I can honestly say to you, I fully understand every one of these levels. Some of it, when you first come in, it's all just words and a little bit double Dutch, but I fully understand. And number 6, 7, and 8 is where we're sitting, being in pre-launch. So I will touch on what that means about having the opportunity for a global share. And that's again why we're so excited, because for most of us, this has never happened before. This opportunity hasn't, to get in so early. And then we do have all these lovely names as you work through the exciting plan that we offer. So you come in as an entrepreneur and you have the opportunity to get Rapid Pro, and these are the names: Pro, Senior, Master. And then as you advance up and you do that 2 times out of 3, 2 times, during a 3-month period, you get these amazing bonuses. So that's on top of everything else. So that's a one-off bonus, which is really exciting when the penny drops and you've got your eye on a level. Once you get there, you're going to get to the next one and the next one. It's just going to happen organically as you spread this exciting business. Now, the lifestyle bonus, other companies would call this a car bonus, but they're giving us the dollars so we can use it where we need to, which is much better in today's world. And so again, this starts at master level. And so to be able to get an extra 250 US a month is amazing. And that's very, very achievable. Again, the organic growth of this, as your customers have a great experience and then they purchase a wholesale pack and then they share, it truly is, it just keeps multiplying. And it's so much nicer to have a product that does impact lives, both physically and financially. Now, this is the center of how the whole thing operates. And so when someone first comes in, they can choose whatever pack they like, whether it's a kit 250, a kit 500, or a kit 1250. But this example is done with the kit 500. And that's why I said, try to remember the 500, because if you do the maths here, so just say you signed up today with the kit 500, you have your first 30 days. Now it's not, you don't have to sign on the 1st of the month, and it's not a month, it's 30 days from when you sign. So anytime during the month, and then the 30 days will go over into the next month. And so when you bring on 3 people, and we're using the example here of the kit 500. Now, if they have a smaller one or a bigger one, it's got to add up to 2,000. So you can see there 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 2,000. But it can be any combination. But this is just an easier way to explain it. And so if you teach everyone to do that, the multiplication and the growth is that's what you can base your goals on, to want to hit those other ranks, is just helping everyone that comes in to get to Rapid Pro. Now, if they don't make that in their first month, they can still get the Pro bonus, but the Rapid Pro is just extra. So down there, it's 300 US. To be able to do that in 30 days. So it's an option, but it was given to me. I had no idea who I was going to talk to. And by the end of the 30 days, sure enough, I hit Rapid Pro. So it's really good to know this first up. And whether you feel you want to go for it or not, it'll just happen because you start sharing it and you start getting great results. So the way we get to the 780 is that you earn 120 because you've signed up 3 people, and you get startup bonuses because the size of every kit, you're getting a bonus. So you're going to get 120, 120, and 120. That's the 360. And the maths just add up, and then you get another 300 on the top. But it could be more, because if they buy a 1250 kit, you'll get a much higher bonus. So we can go back over any of that another time, and we go back to the person that invited us. Oops, that's not moving along. I'll just use this arrow. Okay, so this is what we're really excited about, and we have the opportunity in Australia to be able to be a global founder. And what that means is from July, when we officially launch, we have 12 months. And so if you set your heart to be a part of this pool of people that become a global founder or on the council, there's another name, there's regional founder, that's right. So there's regional founder plus there's a global founder, and you're getting shares of the global sales, and that share is given once a year. Now, the secret to getting to this level, guess what it is? It's simply doing this. So by helping people financially, they're getting their wellness back, they're getting back their life, they're getting excited, they're earning money, they're sharing. And so together, you just start working your own business and helping other people, and you have a legacy to look forward to. Instead of working for someone else, you're now building your own business, and it's so exciting because when you see the dollars add up in your e-wallet, in your back office, it's real, all right. And every single person in my team, blown away. I remember Emma, when she first saw her back office, she couldn't believe it. She was so excited. And so it just comes from having such a great product. So the two go hand in hand. So there's nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Oops, sorry. We'll go back. Whoops. Oh, it's not working. Here we go. So we have an amazing product that works, plus the right time and business equals an incredible opportunity. So we're matching we're dealing with inflammation and inflation. We're dealing with an impactful product and a very rewarding business. And that together, we have just got an awesome vision in front of us. So we really thank Laura and Shane Brady for bringing this amazing product to the forefront that we can all benefit from. So I'll stop the share now, and I'll